Everyone, and Martin-Frey here, founder and CEO of Homeless to Independence, Inc. And I was just looking at the latest update on Hurricane Laura. It is now a Cat 4, and it is due to hit somewhere at the Texas-Louisiana border, just east of Beaumont, Texas, which is just east, actually, of Houston, Texas. So I did get an update from FEMA with regards to Hurricane Laura, and they also threw in information for the California wildfires. But the main reason I'm doing this podcast is because people have family in today's age literally scattered throughout the country. Family, friends, co-workers, businesses have different locations, satellite locations. You understand, I'm sure. So I want to get some of this information out. I know this is in regards to Louisiana, Texas, but since the storm is pretty much going to go north of Louisiana, Texas, there at the border, and go north, that's hitting Arkansas before it makes a right-hand turn and heads toward the east, northeast. So, and then also, so that's Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, California I have added also because of the wildfire information that's also associated with this FEMA Update Advisory, which I just received about an hour ago. So, let me see. So I'm just going to post the information down below. They're saying that the Texas residents, of course, should visit it. Visit gov.texas.gov/hurricane, and I have all the information is here. Our President Trump has already amended the emergency declarations for Louisiana and Texas, and he's expanding the declarations to cover emergency protective response actions taken by the state, local, and tribal officials. And he has actually authorized FEMA to coordinate all disaster relief efforts, which have the purpose of alleviating the hardship and suffering caused by the emergency on the local population, and to provide appropriate assistance for required emergency measures. And you know what? I've got to say this. And this has been now for the past 3.5 years. Every time there has been a bad storm of any kind, our president has been right there, and he has even signed emergency declarations ahead of a storm even hitting, which really was unprecedented. Really, I mean, even when Superstorm Sandy, us being in New Jersey, we had to wait until, I don't know, I guess it took, that POTUS, our previous POTUS, maybe a day or two before he actually signed our emergency declaration. And you know what? Whatever. It's water under the bridge. Regardless, this man has been on top of everything. Regardless of what some of the news reports have been reporting, such as even Maria in Puerto Rico. As Homeless to Independence was instrumental in sending baby supplies to Puerto Rico. And it really, what they did in Puerto Rico, taking stuff and hiding them in warehouses, I mean, and they found them just last year. It's terrible. It was a terrible situation. You know, a lot of Americans, even with the stuff that we shipped to Puerto Rico, people paid, purchased, and donated those items. We had big stores like BJ's and all, and they were just donating cases of diapers and formula and wipes, and we were just boxing it, having it boxed by teams. that we had in different states and commonwealths, and then I was shipping from here and from those other locations nationwide to Puerto Rico. And people don't realize that even I had, first of all, had to wait because there, as most of you know, the Puerto Rico San Juan airport was heavily hit. It was shut down for a period of time, so I had to wait because there was no receipt of any goods. But even with our discount, we get a discount shipping with FedEx, and even with our discount, we still paid over $5,000 just for shipping alone. That's how much we sent. So the main point I want to make is that this is a blessing for everybody involved, that items are already been signed, so that the folks are going to have things in place already. So that's pivotal. So down below, of course, they're worried, of course, about the pandemic. I'm sorry, you see me shake my head. But this information is on Homeless to Independence's pages for Arkansas, our emergency preparedness pages, specifically for Arkansas, California, Louisiana, and Texas. And as I receive information, I'm going to get it out to you folks. And I'm getting it out on all the social media so that people can be ready, okay, and have this information accessible, okay? So that's about it for now. And I did already get some information for Louisiana and emergency housing. I want everybody to know if anybody has to relocate. Yes, I do know that there's a disaster unemployment. But if you have to transplant after the whole thing, please remember, I do housing, I do employment lists, and if you move somewhere else and you need help finding employment, please reach out to me. All right, thanks folks. Thank you for supporting Homeless to Independence and the people we serve. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.